Ramadan is a holy month of fasting for Muslims all around the globe. During the night hours, Muslims are allowed to break their fast. There are, however, some foods that should be avoided or limited while breaking your fast. Hello guys, welcome back to FTD Facts. My name is Leroy Kenton, and in this episode, I'm going to be looking at categories of food, and in some cases, listing specific foods within those categories. I'm also going to be including drinks on this list as well. Okay, so let's jump into this one, starting at number 10. Number 10 brings us fatty foods. Your body definitely needs healthy fats for energy and other body functions, but too much saturated fat can cause cholesterol to build up in your arteries or blood vessels. Now, saturated fats raise your LDL, which is the bad cholesterol, and having high LDL cholesterol levels increases your chances for getting heart disease or a stroke. So in general, most nutrition experts recommend limiting saturated fat to under 10% of calories each day. Number 9, we have foods that induce gastric acid. It is best to avoid these foods or drinks that will induce gastric acid during pre-dawn meals or iftar. Some examples include spicy or sour foods, specifically foods like black peppers, raw onions, garlic, and other spicy foods. And also citrus fruits and products such as lemons and oranges, even orange juice itself. They induce gastric acid, and it's recommended that you avoid those as much as possible. You guys probably knew this was coming up, but fried foods. And I know these are a favorite to many Muslims during Ramadan, but consumption of greasy and fried foods like fried dumplings and samosas should definitely be limited for optimal benefit while fasting. And this is actually according to one BBC report, and they say, when food is fried, it becomes more calorific because the food absorbs the fat of the oils. And experts know that eating lots of fat-laden food can raise blood pressure and cause high cholesterol, which are risk factors for heart disease. Moving on to number 7, here we have refined carbohydrates. This includes foods like refined sugars, white flour, pastries, donuts, croissants. Oh, I know, some of my favorite foods too. Now, these are foods that last only 3 to 4 hours, and they are low in essential nutrients. Eating refined carbs is actually linked to drastically increasing the risks of many diseases, including obesity, heart disease, and type 2 diabetes. Almost every single nutrition expert that you speak with agrees that refined carbs should definitely be limited in your diet. Refined carbs have been stripped of almost all of their fiber, vitamins, as well as minerals. So for this reason, they can be considered as empty calories. You've probably heard that term being thrown around before. Now, moving on to number 6, here we have salty foods. Definitely too much sodium from salty foods in the diet can lead to high blood pressure, as well as heart disease and stroke. It can also cause a loss of calcium, which can actually weaken your bones. Also, another important thing to note is that an imbalance of sodium levels in your body makes you very thirsty while fasting. So definitely try to avoid salted nuts, pickles, chips, and foods that contain soy sauce. But I do have to say though that salt definitely is an important part of a diet. However, for some people, too much salt may be associated with conditions like an increased risk of stomach cancer and high blood pressure. All right, guys, we looked at 5 foods so far. Stick around. We have 5 more to come, but before we get into that, I gotta let you know about our new channel, FTD Reacts. On this channel, you're gonna see candid reactions to culture, popular trends, foods, you name it. It's gonna be on FTD Reacts. I'll link to it below in the video description section. The content is going to be quite different from the normal FTD content that you may be used to, but either way, it's going to be a good time and you're going to learn a whole lot. So go on over there, subscribe, get your friends, your aunties, uncles, your nephews, kids, all of that. Subscribe to FTD Reacts. Number 5 brings us a category of drinks, caffeinated drinks. Some side effects linked to excess intake of caffeine include anxiety, restlessness, tremors, irregular heartbeat, also trouble sleeping. Too much caffeine may also promote headaches and migraines, as well as high blood pressure in some people. Not everybody, but just some. Everybody's body reacts a little bit different. On top of that, though, it doesn't hydrate you, and it keeps you wanting more water for the entire day. So it is recommended that Muslims who are fasting should avoid it at the time of suhoor. And by the way, suhoor is the meal before sunrise during Ramadan. The second drink category at number 4 is carbonated drinks. According to healthline.com, there is no evidence that suggests that carbonated or sparkling water is bad for you. It's not really harmful to your teeth either, and it seems to have no effect whatsoever on your bones' health. However, drinking high sugar soft drinks is actually commonly associated with obesity, type 2 diabetes, and weight gain. But sodas can also have negative effects on your teeth, possibly leading to cavities and tooth decay. Now, if you are in doubt about drinking plain carbonated water though, you can always stick to just regular water. Some people also prefer coconut water. But again, it is not carbonated drinks, it's carbonated drinks with a lot of sugar, like sodas, that is to be avoided. Now, I'm a person, I love sugary foods, but foods with lots of sugar also should be avoided during this time of Ramadan. Eating too much added sugar can have many negative health effects. High sugar foods such as candies and sweets, chocolates, etc. should definitely be avoided. They are an instant source of weight gain, and they can lead to a whole lot of other issues in the body if you consume them every single day. Now, from the website WebMD, they say when you eat excess sugar, the extra insulin in your bloodstream can affect your arteries all over your body. It causes their walls to get inflamed, grow thicker than normal, and more stiff. This stresses your heart and damages it over time. This can lead to heart disease like heart failure, heart attacks, and strokes. Next up, the foods at number 2 is foods that induce gases. Avoid eating foods that will induce gases such as jackfruit, durian, as well as excessive drinking of carbonated drinks, there you go again, and also chewing gum. Now, did you know that chewing gum can make you swallow more air? And even when you look at many sugar-free gums, they may be also sweetened with sugar alcohols that are harder to digest. So for those Muslims who are fasting, it is advised to avoid food that is high in calories and may cause dehydration by disturbing the detoxification process. So yeah, be very cautious of them gassy foods. And number 1 brings us to haram foods. Haram is an Arabic term meaning forbidden. And when something is considered haram, it remains absolutely prohibited no matter how good the intention of a person may be or how honorable the use of it may be. Now, Muslims are prohibited from consuming foods that have blood in it, also meats that are considered haram such as pork, cat meat, dog meat, monkey meat, and any other haram animals. They can only be considered lawful in the case of an emergency, if somebody is literally about to die from starvation and it's to save their life. However, these meats are not considered a necessity, and they're not permissible at all if a society contains excess amounts of food. But even if a Muslim believer finds themselves in a time of desperation during the month of Ramadan, even then it is not advised to eat any haram foods no matter what, especially during this holy month of fasting. Also, according to Muslim belief, eating something haram during the month of Ramadan, a holy month, is considered doubly offensive. All right, just like that, that concludes this episode of 10 worst foods to eat during Ramadan. Really hope you guys learned something from this video. If you liked it and you did, don't forget to hit the like button. Also, if this is your first time here to the channel, go ahead and subscribe and ring the bell to be notified when new videos are posted. We post videos every single week talking about the different countries, cultures, religions, and people of our world. So stick around here on FTD Facts for even more. Until next time, guys, stay awesome, stay educated, and I'll see you soon.